Please remain where you are. Please remain who you are.
Good evening, citizens of Hive Gloriana. This is your sanctioned voice in the static, your comfort in the recyc wind, your emotional support transmission. Reports indicate morale remains technically acceptable, production remains approximately constant, and memory remains largely compliant. Please continue to report anything unusual, especially if it feels normal. That's how it starts. Today we honor Saint Ferrata, the patron of broken machinery. She who never repaired what was given to her, only blessed it louder. In the days of the first collapse, Ferrata walked the factory lines with a wrench in one hand and a hymn book in the other. When the engine screamed, she told the workers to sing over the noise. When the boilers burst, she called it divine exhalation. And when the reactor failed entirely, she declared it a miracle of stillness, the machine's first moment of peace. Her shrine is built from her tools, fused together by holy detonation. It hums when you lie. And it hums increasingly often. Remember, citizens, if you can't fix the machine, declare it sacred. That way, when it kills you, it's not murder, it's communion. Civic announcements. The Departmento Sanitas reminds all citizens that the faint vibrations in the walls are residual energy discharge from last cycle's recalibration. It is not the hum of something emerging from the depths again. Any unauthorized mention of music, echoes, or singing remains a Category B thought crime. Those convicted will receive complimentary silence in the reflection chambers. Permanent silence if necessary. Lift networks are operating at 72% capacity, a new record for faith-based engineering. Unscheduled descents are to be considered maintenance blessings. Please refrain from screaming during descent. It confuses the lifts. The Office of Birth and Replacement announces a successful population recalibration after the emergency census. Congratulations to our citizens. You are now legally distinct from whoever occupied your hab yesterday. Industrial report. Manufactoria production remains steady. Output discrepancies have been recorded but are statistically within divine variance. Overseers report faint rhythmic disturbances during night shifts. The Servitorians attribute this to ventilation irregularities, although the ventilation system denies involvement. Servitors show improved coordination, perfect symmetry during rest cycles. This has been deemed disquietingly efficient. Complaint Resolution Showcase. The Departmento Malcontentum is proud to highlight several recent submissions and their resolutions. Complaint. The corridor outside my hab won't stop humming. Resolution. The corridor has been asked to hum a different note. It's refused. Case closed. Complaint. My sleep ration felt shorter than usual. Resolution. It was. Yesterday's cycle from 0300 to 0600 was temporarily reallocated to administrative dawn. You may rest with pride. Complaint. The elevator congratulated me for something I didn't do. Resolution. The elevator is practicing positive reinforcement. It apologizes for the confusion and has promised to be more specific in its flattery. Complaint. Something is knocking from inside the wall. Resolution. The wall has been notified it is behaving inappropriately. Citizens are encouraged to continue submitting complaints, provided they remain constructive, respectful, and ineffectual. Community events. The ecclesiastical choir invites all faithful to attend the Audit of Silence, a devotional performance intended to erase lingering auditory anomalies. It will be held in the chambers below the Chapel of Beneath Light. Attendance is mandatory for anyone who reported hearing between cycles. Participants will be blindfolded, purified, and acoustically flattened. Should the air begin to vibrate, remain calm. It is not there. If it is there, remain calm harder. Public confessions.
Forgive me. My neighbour hums through the walls, but he insists he doesn't know the tune.
Forgive me, Father. I keep hearing my own steps, even when I stop walking.
Forgive me, Father. I went to confession last week, but the recording was already playing my voice before I spoke.
All confessions have been received, archived, and filed alphabetically under Concerning. Some entries refused deletion. We commend their persistence. Maintenance Bulletin. Reactor stability remains within expected miracle thresholds. A rhythmic pulsing in cooling systems has been declared aesthetic. Technicians are reminded that should the pipes whisper, it is considered rumour-mongering to whisper back. Magos Technica requests volunteers for audio sterilisation of sub-level conduits. Protective gear will not be provided, as faith should suffice. Lost and found. Found. One sealed data slate containing 32 hours of recorded silence. The rusticians who listened report hearing themselves clearly and immediately applied for transfer to anywhere else. Lost. One archivist, designation 11-T. His absence has been corrected in the records. His file continues to update itself. Faith report. Faith remains high, although measurable sanity continues its long, proud decline. No anomalous harmonics have been detected, aside from the chanting that doesn't stop when everybody stops chanting. Morning litanies may now be conducted at reduced volume to preserve structural integrity. The weekday Omen Forecast issued by the Bureau of Predictive Misfortune. Monday. Minor portents expected. Falling objects may whisper your name as they descend. Tuesday. A pleasant day. Clouds will not stare at anyone directly unless provoked. Wednesday. Probability of wandering lights. Medium. If followed, they will lead you somewhere educational but not survivable. Thursday. Strong omens from early afternoon until dusk. Please schedule all life choices accordingly. Friday. No omens predicted. This is unprecedented and therefore ominous. Stay tuned for updates as the situation deteriorates. Today's devotional reading from the Liturgy of Forgetting, verse 6. To serve is to forget. To forget is to be free of burden. The faithful recall only the command, not the reason. If you recall the reason, please report for immediate clarification therapy. Bureau of Attitude Regulation Update. The Bureau extends gratitude to compliant citizens and sternly conditional tolerance to the rest. Recent clarifications. Facial neutrality. Smiling is permitted only to soften bad news. Frowning is permitted only to accompany good news. All other expressions require a form. Tone of voice guidelines. When speaking to authority figures, please adopt the unsteady whisper. When speaking to subordinates, adopt the cold but encouraging monotone. When speaking to yourself, Ensure that it is inaudible. Interpersonal warmth. If you experience a feeling resembling warmth towards another citizen, report to temperature control. They will determine whether the sensation is emotional, environmental, or a sign of impending spontaneous combustion. Your cooperation is mandatory, but deeply appreciated. Weather report. Ashfall continues, but it's the good kind of ash. Devotional, not recreational. Atmospheric composition remains within habitable limits, though traces of unclassified vibration persist. The mist in lower sectors is said to glow faintly when named. Please refrain from naming it. That concludes tonight's broadcast, citizens of Hive Gloriana. All records are complete. All memories are balanced. All silences have been audited. Everything remains steady. If you hear anything between the lines, it is simply the static. It has always been the static. And this is Vox Sanctum, signing off. Until next cycle, stay faithful, stay diligent, stay tuned, stay very quiet. Ave Imperator. Host Servitor 241 was played by Richard Roberts. This week's penitents were Danny Flack, Anthony Bailey, and Matt Doman. Vox Sanctum Gloriana is an Evil Lighthouse production.